Hi, I'm Shakeem Holloway. I'm the sports editor here at the Rockdale News / the Covington News.
And I'm Javon Dickerson, intern at Rockdale Covington News.
We're here to talk a little bit about the NBA playoffs and to kind of preview you guys what's coming up, what we think so far, and just a little bit about that. So, Javon, you kind of started us off with the two teams you think are going to make it in the Eastern Conference Finals and to the Eastern Conference Finals and to the Western Conference Finals.
Well, Eastern Conference, locally, I know we're in the Atlanta area, but I think everything depends on the health of John Wall if the Hawks make it to the finals. If John Wall can come back and play anywhere of his all-star caliber, I think Washington will win this series, even though Game 5 and Game 7 would be in Atlanta. But if John Wall continues to be out, I think the Hawks will win that series. Move on to Cleveland Cavs series. I think from this, we're tied 2-2 at this point after the two crazy buzzer beaters, but I think from this point on, each team just hold home court. So basically, Game 5, Cleveland wins Game 5. I see Chicago winning Game 6. And then it comes down to a Game 7 at Cleveland, which I don't think is going to be a blowout. I think a lot of people would pick a Cleveland blowout Game 7 at home. I just think LeBron makes plays down the stretch like superstars usually do in Game 7, and Cleveland takes Game 7 and wins that series. Moving to Western Conference Finals, I feel like I was hoodwinked by the Memphis Grizzlies because I thought they had a chance. Going into the series, I had Golden State in 5, but Game 2 and Game 3 they played outstandingly. But last night, Game 4, the Warriors showed me that they were clearly a better team. So I'll take Golden State still in 7. I'll take Golden State in 7, and the Clippers Rockets. That's all but over for that one.
Okay, all right then.
Yeah, so I'll take the Clippers in that one. I wish the Rockets would stop using the hacker Jordan strategy. Is really annoying, but I think the Clippers win that series too.
I think every viewer wants the Rockets to stop using the hacker Jordan.
It doesn't work
strategy.
for them.
It doesn't work at all.
Like
Shaq told Reggie Miller on Twitter, it hasn't worked. It didn't work when you were trying to do it in the finals. It never works.
It doesn't work.
As for my opinion, Eastern Conference prediction, I think the injuries are going to kill the Wizards. I hate to say it because I wanted them to beat the Hawks. I don't care that this is the Atlanta area. I wanted them to beat the Hawks because they've had a lot of fans come out of nowhere, and it's kind of crazy because before this season, I didn't know one Hawks fan, and I've lived in Georgia my whole life. I think the Hawks get there, and I think they win the next 2 games.
Okay.
I think Bulls Cavs. Before the season, I picked the Bulls to beat the Clippers in the finals 4-2. I'm gonna stick with that, and I think the Bulls have a better team and a better coach. Of course, LeBron and Kyrie, superstars. Kyrie's playing hurt, and I feel like even in that game that Cleveland won on Sunday, coaching was a problem in those last few minutes, which is what the playoffs comes down to. David Blatt, he almost ruined them by pulling a Chris Webber and calling a timeout. he called for LeBron to take out the ball, and thankfully LeBron called a different play.
Listen, we're not NBA coaches, but I think the number one rule is to not have your superstar player pass the ball in on a game-winning shot.
Seconds left, with 1.5 seconds left. So I think, I'm going to pick Bulls in 7 in that one. So Bulls play the Wizards in the Eastern Conference. The Hawks in the Eastern Conference Finals. In the Western Conference, kind of same thing as far as the Golden State and Memphis series. Kind of same thing with the Washington series. Not injuries, but I just think Golden State wins the next 2 games. I just the way they play.
Memphis hoodwinked us, man. They look really good Game 2 and Game 3.
I don't think they tricked anybody. I think they just surprised a lot of people. I think a lot of people forgot how good they were during the season. They were the number 2 seed in the Western Conference at one point.
Yeah.
So I think that Golden State wins the next 2, and I think, of course, Clippers got that locked up. As for my finals prediction, I'm gonna stick with Bulls over Clippers in 6 games.
Finals, as far as Western Conference Finals, who's gonna make it to the finals? My mind tells me the Golden State Warriors, but my heart tells me the Clippers. The great Charles Barkley always says jump shooting teams never make it. And I'm going to go with Charles Barkley. I just think the Warriors take too many jump shots. And Blake Griffin is the MVP of this playoff so far. And the leadership of Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, even though he's missing free throws, he's still a defensive presence. Austin Rivers looking good off the bench. I have the Clippers going to the finals. As far as the East, sorry, Atlanta.
Don't apologize.
As a matter of fact, I really do have it to be a close series, though, especially with Kyrie being limped up. Hopefully he gets better. But I actually think have it going 7. And I actually have the Cavs winning. Remember, Atlanta will have the home Game 7, but I have the Cavs winning on the road in Game 7 in Atlanta. And I have the Cavs and Clippers in the NBA Finals, which I think is an amazing matchup that a lot of people would love to see. And winning that, I want to say the Clippers, but I just think I will give it Cavs 4-2 to win the NBA Finals. And I think as far as winning this finals, this launches LeBron's legacy to a whole nother level because that's what everybody wanted him to win the championship home in Cleveland. And some of the great players has never won a championship in 2 different places. So I just think him in his first season, he does it without Kevin Love, which would be an amazing feat, and they win the NBA Finals.
Okay.
Good season though, Hawks. Even though I know Atlanta fans are probably upset, but Atlanta has a great season. I just don't think it's gonna happen in Atlanta.
Okay. All right then. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.